Howdy friends, No Man's Sky's Expedition 7, Leviathan, is well upon us. This beast of an expedition challenged not only our skill and patience as players, but also our understanding of what an expedition could be. Hello Games took a huge gamble when they decided to create this expedition with permadeath and survival mode mechanics. So today, I thought it'd be fun to reflect on whether or not this gamble paid off. I'm Kanaju, and this is my review of No Man's Sky Expedition 7, Leviathan. I'll keep the narrative spoilers to a minimum, but if you want to go in completely blind, I hope you'll come back after you complete it. If you're looking for help, check out my tips and tricks video, specifically the comments, as that's where a lot of the hottest tips are. Without further ado though, let's get into it. So for this review, I'm going to look past the obvious allure of space whales and try to answer three main questions instead. First, how successful was No Man's Sky's permadeath gamble? Secondly, is the expedition worth completing? And third, what does this mean for the expeditions going forward? This is a completely subjective assessment, of course. If you're looking for a more objective follow-up to my all 2021 expeditions ranked and reviewed video, which you should totally check out after this, I'll be publishing the sequel come Expedition 8. So look forward to that, because it's going to be really great. But getting back on track again, let's talk permadeath. For those of you who are unfamiliar, No Man's Sky's permadeath usually means when your character dies, your save file is deleted. No reloads, no do-overs. It's a pretty extreme game mode, and one I usually avoid, but it's a favorite of players looking for a challenge. With Leviathan, Hello Games tweaked it just a bit. When you die, your expedition milestones, inventory, upgrades, money, ship, and most everything is reset, but your save file remains. When you load back in, you're back at square one, with a new multi-tool, new ship, and numerous milestones to repeat. It's a frustrating experience, or it can be, but for many players, it's also a powerful incentive. If this wasn't enough of a challenge for the casual player, No Man's Sky's permadeath mode also reduces your inventory capacity and increases the danger from enemies in the environment. It's a mean combination, but Hello Games couldn't help themselves and decided to throw a couple more wrenches into your spokes. Firstly, many blueprints are locked from purchase in the anomaly, while those that remain are prohibitively expensive. Upgrade modules are similarly difficult to obtain. On top of that though, Hello Games also made sure that all the rendezvous planets and systems were as dangerous as they could possibly make them. Throw in a bunch of dangerous milestones on top of that, and you have yourself the most devilishly difficult expedition ever devised by those devious devs. Definitely. While this no doubt scared away plenty of players right out the gate, it was also a great surprise to the permadeath and survival community, who have been asking for more challenging gameplay for what seems like forever, to be honest. This was a polarizing expedition to say the least. I was personally a little put off by it initially. I love a challenge, but I don't trust the game not to kill me by way of some obscure glitch and delete all of my progress the moment I step out of my ship. However, after giving it an honest shot, or two, I was genuinely enjoying the game in a way I'd never had before. Careless exploration gave way to careful planning. I plotted each and every move. I avoided combat, I sheltered from storms, I even let pirates insult me. All in service of my greater goal. No Man's Sky turned from an aimless frolic to an open-ended puzzle, and I loved it. Now, your results may vary based on your personal playstyle, preferences, and of course RNG experience, but I encourage anyone on the fence about playing the expedition to jump in and give it a shot. You might hate it, but you might also love it. Hello Games refer to this expedition as featuring roguelike mechanics. This often refers to games where repeat runs, a sharp skill curve, and good luck all contribute to a successful run. However, Leviathan doesn't require Twitch reaction speed or perfect RNG to complete. It rewards patience and a willingness to adapt. This makes the most difficult expedition ever a lot less difficult when viewed through this lens. Yes, it requires a lot of planning and patience, but if you have both, you'll likely complete the expedition as I did. Therefore, to answer my original question, yes, I would consider this unique take on No Man's Sky's familiar gameplay to be a success. This leads us to the second question I posed. Is this expedition worth completing? If you want the short answer, yes. The sense of accomplishment is significant, even among the other 6 expeditions, and worth it for the journey alone, at least in my personal opinion. However, if you're more extrinsically motivated than intrinsically, the expedition also offers a set of exclusive rewards for those who brave its dangers and live to tell the tale. First off, the story is fantastic, pure sci-fi. You spend the duration of the expedition attempting to escape a time loop by solving a simple mystery and coming to terms with your past. I won't spoil the ending, but I think it's one of the better expedition conclusions and well worth the effort. But if none of that matters to you, you'll be happy to hear there is a handful of exclusive rewards waiting at the end of the rainbow for you. In addition to the usual decal, title, and banner, you'll also receive an exclusive cape, 3 exclusive posters, an exclusive starship trail, an exclusive space whale calf to place in your base, and the mother of all rewards, an actual Leviathan that will join your fleet in space. While I'm sure these won't appeal to everyone, I think Hello Games did a pretty solid job with the rewards this time around. So, the final question to answer then is, what does this mean for the future of expeditions? Well, back in May of 2021, lead programmer Sean Murray wrote, "When we created expeditions, we wanted each one to feel fresh, each one to supply its own twists and contrasts." Leviathan certainly lives up to this aspiration. Due to this, I don't think Hello Games will run another Permadeath expedition anytime soon. Instead, they'll likely try something new, possibly even more bizarre. Expedition 2 saw the Normandy from Mass Effect show up. Expedition 3 saw us marooned on a single planet for the whole thing. And Expedition 4 had us hunting Titan sandworms across the galaxy. I think it's safe to say that whatever they're cooking up next, it's sure to be a surprise. Before I tie a bow on this review though, I want to address some of the negatives from this expedition. The optional objectives, which ask players to contribute resources to a community goal in order to unlock better starting loadouts, were a cool idea. However, they ended up confusing a lot of players. Plus, I doubt too many players will stick around after they complete the expedition just to help others out. I don't know, maybe I'm being too cynical, but personally, I think optional objectives and rewards are a great idea that will likely return in future expeditions. However, I hope they're tailored towards individual travelers next time. Another interesting design choice was the decision to lock out certain blueprints from purchase in favor of the player receiving random upgrades in tech from memory fragments, aka loot boxes. I think this idea has a lot of potential as it shows Hello Games are able to manipulate some of the game's core mechanics for specific expeditions. I could see them using these new systems for upcoming expeditions in fun ways, actually. But it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way since it made an already difficult expedition even more difficult by locking people out of their regular playstyles. But I think paired with a normal difficulty, it could prove more enjoyable. When you lock players out of their desired loadout, it forces them to adapt and try new things, which is another pillar of the expedition experience. To wrap things up though, I believe the Leviathan expedition was a successful experiment by Hello Games. On the surface, it's not as appealing to the casual player as past expeditions, but I think that's okay. Expeditions allow the studio to explore new gameplay ideas and gather player feedback without disrupting the regular game. Some ideas may land better than others, but I'm personally excited to see what they cook up next. In this case, they managed to create a new, roguelike experience and package it with a fun story about space whales. This may just be my favorite expedition so far, but hey, this is all just my opinion. Like I said before, this is a pretty polarizing expedition, so sound off in the comments below with your take on Leviathan. Do you enjoy the challenge, or do you find it frustrating? What do you think Hello Games will learn from this and apply to future expeditions? What do you think of the rewards? I look forward to hearing what you have to say. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. I mean, you can't forget to like it now since I just reminded you, so if you don't like it, I'll know it's because you didn't enjoy the video versus just forgetting. So, therefore, if you want. Thanks a bunch for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I release a new No Man's Sky video every Friday with a possible bonus video each week, depending on my busy work schedule. In fact, this is a bonus video. So, if you like No Man's Sky or free bonus stuff, subscribing is a convenient way to get both. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. Somehow we've already passed 3.5k. I've never been more excited to make new videos. I think the next one is especially interesting, so I hope you'll tune in. Until then, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!